Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you can hear me well. Today I actually wanted to show you the process from beginning to end for my reselling business when I resell an item. So basically I want to show you what I do with it as soon as I get it from the store, the process of that, and up until listing and actually packaging the product and sending it out. So right now I'm just going to show you with one piece of item, which is basically a shirt that you saw in my previous haul that I had. And I basically want to show you also how to do your measurements. I'll do like a screen recording on my phone to show you how I list the items because I just think it would be kind of better for you guys to visualize, you know, how you would list an item on eBay, on Poshmark and Mercari. So hopefully you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And don't forget to subscribe because I am trying to put out more videos regarding reselling, being a mom, being a work-at-home mom, stay-at-home mom, all of that. And I hope you guys like my videos. And if you guys have any suggestions of what kind of content you guys would like to see, please comment that down below. That also helps me out a lot, and it also gives me a feel of, you know, what to put out there for you guys, besides, you know, obviously the videos that I'll put out for myself, you know, to kind of remember those moments with my son and my family. So anyways, the first thing that I do when I pick up an item from a thrift store is I clean it. Now that could be steaming it, could be washing it in the washer. It's very different for every reseller. However, for me, I find it best to actually wash the item. Now what you want to do when you wash an item is you want to use basically a plain detergent that does not have any dyes, that does not have any scents, that is hypoallergenic, because you never know if your buyer or your customer is allergic to any type of detergent. So you want to make sure that you are being very careful about that. I'll pop up some photos of some detergents that are really good for that. Now if you choose not to wash your item, that's okay. You could do steam it. Steaming does kill a lot of bacteria. You just want to make sure that you steam it for a good amount of time. You do it nice and slowly, and that you make sure that your item doesn't have any smells, anything like that after you steam it, because when you do steam an item, you kind of want to air dry it because it can leave a kind of almost a burnt smell on the item, because it is, you know, it's heat, you know, you're adding heat to your clothing. If you do purchase an item for reselling that has to do with home goods or accessories or anything that, you know, steaming will damage it, you can definitely, you know, use Lysol wipes, you can use vinegar, you can use different kinds of products to clean that as well. You don't need to steam that because you definitely don't want to damage your item at all. So those are some ways that you can clean your items after you pick them up from the thrift store. So this item is already washed, dried, and now I need to steam it. But before I steam it, I want to measure it. Now with a shirt like this, you want to do quite a few measurements. You want to do shoulder to shoulder. You want to do the arm length, because this is a short sleeve, but you know, people are different heights. So this may be, this sleeve may hit me here, but someone that's shorter than me, it may hit them here, closer to their elbow. So you want to make sure you add that measurement. And then you want to do the pit to pit, which is what I call it, which is basically from armpit to armpit, which will help the buyer kind of have an idea of what the item will look like or fit like around their chest. And then you want to do the length here. So this is more of a cropped shirt, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the description that it is semi-cropped. It's obviously a loose fit, so it is an oversized large, so I'm also going to be adding that to the description. So I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse me measuring the item, and then I'll write it out on my phone or on a small little notebook that I have. It doesn't really matter, but you always want to make sure that you add measurements. The only reason why I say that, and because I do that, is unfortunately I've had bad experiences with several, actually not several, I've had one or two bad experiences with a buyer not really paying attention to the description in their item, and the only reason why I say they're not paying attention is because they have actually told me that they've tried returning the item. Now, because you would have already added the measurements, whenever eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark will go ahead and ask for your input on why the buyer wants to return your item, you can include that. You can include a photo of your listing, or you can include the fact that you actually also included measurements. You know, it will more likely be that eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark will go on your side and side with you and say, yes, you know, the seller did include all of the measurements, and unfortunately they're not going to be able to refund you or have the item returned. So that's one reason. Now the other reason is because it just answers so many questions that a lot of buyers usually will have. I've listed items with no measurements, and I end up having to pull the item back from my inventory and have to measure them just to answer a few questions, you know, that I could have avoided had I not just measured the item in the beginning. And usually it takes about maybe 30 seconds or less to just measure an item. So we'll go ahead. Okay, so I've measured this shirt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to steam it. So I always like to wash and I like to steam my items. Obviously, like I said, the ones that can handle the steam, so really just clothing items. So this is the Shark Press and Refresh Wrinkle Eraser Steamer. I actually got this off of Mercari, and I got it for $10, but it's really good, and it's by Shark. It's really quick, and it's really not that heavy. It holds about, I would say, 4 ounces of water, and it doesn't really waste a lot of water either, because I have had steamers where I'm like literally refilling before. I'm filling it for like 3 or 4 times in a span of 10-15 minutes. So I really like this one. It's quick, it's easy, portable, and I take it with me on trips, and it really doesn't take a lot of room. So I would definitely go with this one. I'll try to link it down below if you guys want to go ahead and grab it. So I'll go ahead and time lapse this so you guys don't have to like suffer through the footage of me steaming this shirt. Now in hindsight, I probably should have grabbed a shirt that is more of a solid color rather than this floral one, but so if you notice, the wrinkles are all gone. We're ready to photograph. We've measured our item, and we're ready to photograph now. So this is another reason why I like steaming the items, is because it really does attract a lot more buyers to your item if your item is ironed or steamed, because they can get more of a clearer view on the design, the material of the item, and the style of it, and more of an idea of how it would fit on them. So it's just steam your item. It's going to help you out in the long run. I like to basically photograph a face forward, then I'll take a photograph closer, try to show the buttons here, the label. I'll take a closer picture of the actual label, and then I'll turn it around. I'll take a picture of the back, and then I'll take a picture of the sleeves, because if you notice, the sleeves do have a folded accent on them, so they're permanently folded like that, so I want to make sure the buyer sees that. And then I'll look inside and see if it has a care tag. So it does right here. So I'll make sure to photograph the care tag, and I'll show you guys that too. If not, I'll just show up pop-up photos, and so you can see what it looks like in the end. But yeah, that's basically what it is when photographing, measuring, and steaming and cleaning your item. And then the next part will basically be showing you what I do with the photos, how I edit the photos, and what I do when I post the photo, actually when I post the item on the selling platform. So that'll actually be a voiceover, because I'm filming on my phone, so I need my phone to do that. But yeah, and then after that, I'll be showing how I package an item. Now, the item that I package is going to be a accessory item. It's going to be a handbag. It's not going to be a shirt like this, because this is actually kind of self-explanatory. I basically use a poly mailer bag, or you can honestly use, there are storage bags at Walmart. I think they're called bread bags, and they're only $1.50 to $3 for a pack of 50, and they're in the storage aisle, I think, where the aluminum is and the cellophane wrap. So I use that. I fold the item, I package it in that, and then I'll use another poly mailer. Right now I'm using compostable poly mailers. I switched over to compostable because, like I said, I'm trying to use less waste, and I will package it in that. I'll slap a label on it, and that's it. So now accessory items are a little more, they need a little more packaging and care, so I'll show you guys that right now. Okay, sorry about this setup. It's on my room, in my bed. This is where I take photos and I get everything ready. I don't have an office right now, so this is what I'm working with. So this is basically everything that I use to package this item here, which is an Alley Bell satchel bag. It's really beautiful, so I'm really excited for the buyer to receive this. So basically this is just recycled plastic bag that I had from one of my friends that gifted a few of them to me. So I'm going to be packaging the Alley Bell bag into this bag for waterproofing reasons, really. Like, I mean, that box that I'm using is actually a FabFitFun subscription box, but I try to reuse everything, but you never know, anything can get leaked inside, and I want to make sure that the bag is protected from weather. So that's one reason. Next, I have tissue paper. Now, tissue paper is awesome. It's awesome for packaging. I will wrap the bag in tissue paper first, and then I'll put it into this plastic bag. Once it's in that plastic bag, I'm going to put it inside that box. Close up. I have actually a, let's see here. Actually, I don't. So what I'll do is I'll attach a thank you note from me on the bag. I'll wrap it up in tissue paper, and then I'll put it in here. I'll seal this up with some tape. And then this is the tape I'm using. This is priority mail tape. Now with Poshmark, you're always going to be shipping through priority mail. This is another reason why I like selling on Poshmark, because you can receive tape, labels, and priority mailboxes free through USPS website. So I'll send a link. I'll put a link up for one of the kits that they have. It's really good for beginners. So yeah, I'll be using this tape mostly to seal the box, seal the bag. And then once everything is in the actual box, I'll go ahead and slap a label on it, just like that. So I'll go ahead and time lapse all that so you guys can see. I actually decided to show you how I was packaging some jeans, so I hope that helped, because I wanted to show what a poly mailer was and what you put in what and all that stuff. So I hope that helped. Next up, I'm going to show you how you list your item. I know it's a little backwards, but because I do need to do a voiceover for that, because I am recording on my phone to show you guys exactly how it goes, I just thought it'd be better to save that for the end. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you stick around. If not, I hope you learned something from this video. Like I said before, I am a stay-at-home mom, and I'm beginning to become, or try to become, a full-time seller. I have a small inventory right now. It's only about 100 plus items, but I'm beginning to grow it. I am selling on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, and I'm just bringing you guys along through this journey and growing my channel, growing my reselling business. And you know, I'm not using the best materials, maybe the prettiest materials, but I know that when my buyer comes to my closet on Poshmark or Mercari or eBay, they are getting quality materials, and they're being shipped to them safely, and that has them coming back. So I hope you guys all appreciate that, understand that, and I'm also really not trying to waste any materials. We have so many packaging, so much packaging waste going on around the world. Why do we need any more, you know? But anyways, that's babbling on to something else. I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I have 2 Instagrams. I have my personal Instagram, which is a bunch of baby pictures, and I have my reselling Instagram, so those will pop up somewhere around the screen. But anyways, have a great day and or night whenever you're watching this video, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Okay, so let's show you how to sell on Poshmark. So we're gonna go ahead and check the sell button here, and then it'll take you to your drafts. You'll choose which photo that you need, and then you'll go and click on the set of photos. It lets you choose up to 16. Then what I like to do is make sure every single item is every single photo is already cropped and centered. Then it'll ask to choose a cover shot, which I normally just use the front side of the item, and also filters. Now I recommend not to use filters because it can distort the actual look of the item, and I've realized a lot of buyers don't appreciate that. Then we'll go ahead and do the title of the item. So you want to be as detailed as you can, but also not do too much of a long title, because as you know, as a shopper, you're skimming through a lot of items and you want to find keywords that will catch your eyes. So here I use the LuLaRoe Botanical Floral semi-crop button up or button down, I think. Yeah, button up top. Perfect. So now we're going to go on to the description of the item, and here is where you can get as detailed as you'd like. And just a reminder that anything that you write in your description is also considered a tag. So basically what a lot of other resellers will do is, after they have written out their description, they will scroll down all the way to the bottom and they will add in some keywords that they think will help guide the buyer into finding their item a little easier. I personally don't do that. I find that it just takes longer for me, especially because I am selling on 3 other platforms. So I just go ahead and write out what it is I need to write. So as you see here, I explain that it's floral, it is a semi-crop top, it's an oversized fit, there are no flaws, size is large, and then I will go ahead and put the measurements in. Now the measurements I do keep in a separate file on my phone, as you guys saw earlier. So I'll just go ahead and copy that and paste it back on Poshmark. And I'll make sure that my words are written out correctly. I'll do a spell check because my keyboard on my phone is set to Spanish, as you guys can see on the screen. And as you guys notice, I went ahead and looked into the care tag because it does show the line of item, which is simply comfortable, or stay comfortable, I think. No, it's simply comfortable. And then it'll ask for a category, which I did tops and button down shirts. And there's only one. The size is large. The brand is LuLaRoe. And the color, I think I did green and red. Yep.
It is not new with tags. The original price will not say. My listing price is $18. I try to at least double the amount of my cost of goods. So if I can do that, I'm a happy camper. And you can always list your item on Facebook and all that as well, as long as you sync your accounts. And there it is. That's your listing. You want to go back and check, make sure everything's right. Now we'll go on to eBay. So eBay is a little more time consuming to set up an item and to go ahead and list it, only because there are a lot more things you can search for and a lot of keywords that you want to make sure and descriptions, and it's just a lot more detailed, which I honestly don't mind, because the more detail you add into your item's description, the better your buyer will be able to find it. So you go onto eBay, you go to your selling platform on there, and then you'll search for an item. The reason why eBay does this is because if they have a similar item that's already on sale, they'll try and look for that for you, kind of give you an idea of what people are posting on there for the specific item that you chose. But on this one, there wasn't one, so we're gonna go ahead and create a new listing. We add our photos, and they are uploading. So then we'll go ahead, as they're uploading, we'll go ahead and check our title. And then we will add anything else that we need to add in the title. For example, oversized fit or oversized large. It puts in the size and the fit type. So then we go on to the descriptions. You want to get as detailed as you can with this, because eBay has been around the longest out of all selling platforms, I believe. And there are so many people searching in, adding different types of search criterias, and they will be looking for a floral or botanical oversized LuLaRoe top. And by adding all of those descriptive categories, you're making your item a lot more visible to your buyer, essentially. So here I'm adding the material, the size type, the fabric material, any themes, accents, anything that stands out of the item. So we'll just go, and then also the colors, obviously. So the theme here is basically up to you. You can really put it to whatever theme you think. I mean, I put bohemian there. I could have added a lot of other different themes, but that's just to give you an idea. So I really enjoy doing all of this with eBay, because it just kind of, I try to put my mindset into the buyer, and I try to think, what would I be looking at for if I have no idea what the brand name is, if I have no idea what the style number is, what am I going to be looking for? Now for the description, eBay automatically will put in a description, which basically just puts the title, the condition, and what it's being shipped out as. I hardly ever leave that like that. I like to add as much description as I can. And if you notice, I'm going back to Poshmark, which is where I put the original listing description. I'll usually just copy that, save myself some time, and it's usually always stays the same. So I added the measurements already. Now I'm going to be pasting the description that I had from Poshmark. Now for the pricing, I usually don't do auctions. They never really go well for me, so I still haven't gotten the hang of that. But I will go ahead and do buy it now with offers usually, and eBay will do a see how other sellers priced it. It usually doesn't really match to my exact item, but gives me an idea. And usually eBay, I'll do a little. For example, I'll do it a little lower, so that I think I did $16 with no offers. And here is the shipping information. I do not ship internationally. It depends on the situation, but normally I'll do free shipping. If not, then I will go ahead and leave it as it is, which is buyer pays for shipping. I will go ahead and require immediate pay, and then I will list the item. And there it is. So for Mercari, I love listing on Mercari because I feel like it's the simplest platform to list an item on. I would choose the photos, put a title, put the listing description, add a few. I think Mercari has you do 3 tags to kind of, like a search criteria for your item. And again, here I am copying and pasting the description from eBay to Mercari just to make my life easier. I mean, it's all going to be the same. So why not do that? And then you do the category there, the brand, condition, size, and price. So that's one of the good things about Mercari. If you don't really have the time to be doing so much on eBay, I would definitely go with Mercari or Poshmark. And here are the tags I'm doing. Again, I have to do a lot of spell check because my keyboard is automatically set to Spanish. So here I am doing the listing. Mercari only lets you put 40 characters on your listing, so you want to be detailed yet efficient with those titles because you only have 40 characters to use. And size, large, colors, and now we set our price. So Mercari will give you an option to kind of do automatic pricing for a fast sale, a slow sale, a speedy sale. It all just depends on your situation. But yeah, that was a listing on Mercari. I hope that helped. And you can check back and look at your listing there. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribe.